Oh, welcome back to the channel. This is Feminine Health and Wellness. I am Dominique, and welcome back, Wellness Warriors. And if you are new to the channel, my name is Dominique, and here on this channel, guys, we talk about a healthier lifestyle, home remedies, motivation, as well as raising your feminine energy. So, welcome back, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more health and wellness tips. So, today, guys, I'm going to kind of wait until some of my wellness warriors come in the room. And we're going to be talking about a powerful benefit to a vitamin. So, a particular vitamin that I'm going to be talking about today, and that particular vitamin, if you don't care to use the vitamin itself, you know that I always dive into herbs that will replace that particular vitamin. Okay, and so as you can see, guys, I'm going to wait a few more minutes, like I said, until everybody come into the room. I do have a sale going on for men and women, my herbal teas. And if you would check them out, the link is in my bio. It gives all of the teas that I have and the benefits of each tea. Okay. Alrighty. All right, guys, we're just going to dive right in. So, what we're going to be talking about today is going to be your ultimate vitamin B guide. Your ultimate vitamin B guide. I'm going to be talking about vitamin B, and it is lots and lots of vitamin Bs. A lot of times we only focus on B12, but I'm going to dive in and I'm going to talk about the benefits of vitamin greetings. Greetings, welcome to the channel. Starseed Awaken, welcome to the channel, welcome back. Wellness Warrior, it is good to see you today. And so, like I was telling all of the Wellness Warriors, today we're going to dive into vitamin B. Vitamin B is a vitamin that is powerful and that we need it to function every day. So, vitamin Bs are water soluble. And what that means is that we need this particular vitamin in order to help the organs and the function of the body. So basically, the water soluble is going to play a critical role in body functions. So, body functions. So, the first vitamin B that we're going to be talking about today is going to be vitamin B1. And we're going to dive into the benefits of vitamin B1. So I'm going to bring up a quick little slide, guys. All right, guys, can you hear me? I kind of had a glitch there. Can you hear me? So it said that my microphone wasn't working very well. So I hopefully you can hear me now. All right, so we're gonna dive. Yes, thanks. Yes, we did. Can you hear me now? Yes, we lost sound. Don't know what happened. It just popped up and say I didn't have any sound. All right. So the first vitamin B is going to be B1. B1 is also thiamine. It is called thiamine or either B1. And so thiamine, hi, wellness warriors. Today we're talking about the powerful B vitamins. And so I'm going to be talking about say three, let's see, four B vitamins that is going to be very beneficial to you guys. And I was just letting the wellness warriors know that this is a water soluble vitamin. All of the B vitamins that I'm going to be talking about, and it's going to help with the body functions. And so B1 helps with metabolism, your nervous system. And so, as you can see, these are some of the foods that you can eat that will boost your B1 intake. But you also can use herbs as well. And at the end, I'm going to get into some different herbs that you can use other than the B1 vitamin supplement. And so, as well as muscle contraction. And the other benefits, it reduced the risk of heart failure, cataract, as well as diabetes. And so we know that diabetes can be a silent and sometimes um, serious illness that we are faced with in our community. So some of the things that this B1 can help with or reduce the signs of, or if you have a deficiency in B1, you can take B1. If you have a deficiency in like I said, if you're having any kind of muscle contractions or something's going on with your muscles, kidney, it also helps the kidneys, it helps the brain, it helps the liver function. And like I said, it helps muscle and it also helps heart functions and stuff like that. So this particular B1 vitamin is basically, just say for instance, if you have a heart attack, that puts you in a deficiency with B1. And so within 72 hours of that particular heart attack, it immediately takes away the B vitamins. So, I guess those constantly. And so this particular vitamin B, it is digested inside of your small intestines. And so that is where it's going to absorb inside of you. And so basically, this is something that you need to be either taking a vitamin supplement or eating daily. Because for men, you must have at least a 1.2 milligrams of this particular vitamin. And then women is a 1.1 milligrams on a daily basis. And so, we do not eat right, guys. So I am kind of giving this information out and some of the powerful supplements or either food or herbs that you can take that is going to help keep vitamin B's in your system all the time. And so it's a water uh, soluble vitamin, meaning that you take more of it and it doesn't harm you in any kind of way because it's going to flush out. So you can take that's just the minimum daily allowance that the doctor recommends. It's the 1.2 and the 1.1 milligrams. But if you go and you take 2 or 3 a day, it's not going to hurt you. It is okay. So some of the foods that you can eat that have vitamin 1 in it is going to be your whole grain brown rice. Whole grain brown rice, not the white rice, not the yellow rice. It's going to be not the red rice. It's going to be the whole grain brown rice. It's going to be wheat products, breads. It's going to be your nuts and seeds like sunflower seeds and flax seeds. And so, and on another video, I kind of talked about the benefits of flax seeds and omega fatty acids and stuff like that. And as you can see on the screen, you have your salmon, you have your lemons, you have your nuts, you have your cauliflower, as well as beans. That's going to help in this particular area. So if you're, like I said, if you're having any kind of, this is just something that's going to, it's not, if you're having a heart attack, if you're having muscle spasms, that's kind of like one of those signs to let you know that you may need more B1 supplements or B1 foods to eat. So if you're having these signs, it's just some of those little clear signs. And of course, one clear sign, if you have had a heart attack, that is one of the signs and symptoms that you are low or deficiency in B1. Okay. So do anybody have any? I'm going to move on to the next the B family, so to speak. And so if you don't have any questions, of course, seafood is a good, as you can see, the salmon on there. You can do peas, fish, and pork. It's all also packed with B1. Okay. And so just kind of keep in mind, this is going to help with your metabolism. So if you are gaining any weight, you want to eat these foods. It's going to speed up that metabolism. It's going to help in that particular area. And so far as, and it's one other key thing, stroke or brain disorders. That is a clear sign. So this is a true story. I'm going to give you guys a true story before a quick story before we go to the next B complex vitamin. So a family member of mine had a stroke, and of course, stroke could cause different type of memory loss and everything. So they came in, they did a scan on the brain, and they say, hey, okay, during this particular stroke, this is where you have lost lost memory. Or because when they did a picture of the brain, it had like a little grayed out area. So after they had the stroke, this was the area that the grayed out area that they had lost memory. And so I thought that maybe, the doctor was going to say, you need to, go and have some type of, surgery or something like that. But it was something very, very simple. And so once they looked at it and they talked about it, and we looked at the screen of the brain and all of that stuff, the first thing the doctor said was, you need to start taking B1 vitamins. And I was kind of shocked because I was like, that's it? Yes, he said that the B1 vitamins is going to restore your memory over time if you continue to take it. So taking the B1 vitamin supplement as well as eating the food is going to help restore your memory. And I really thought that he was going to come and say something really, off the wall of what you need to do. But I would have never thought that they would have said, take something as simple as a B1 vitamin. And that kind of threw me, and I was very surprised about it. But yes, B1 vitamin is going to help to restore memory, as well as if you're on a weight loss journey, it's going to help with weight loss. Because remember, it helps to boost the metabolism as well. So I'm going to go on to the next one. Our next one is going to be B2, B2 vitamin. All right, so this is for for I would say women, we always worrying about our skin, our hair, and different things like this. But it's also good for the men too, because they do worry about their hair and skin and all of that kind of stuff. So yes, it will. Absolutely. So the question is, if we take B1, will it help with memory as we age? And that is most definitely true. From what I understood, from what the doctor was saying, yes, it will help with not just after you have a stroke, but it will help with memory loss altogether. And so I was, like I said, I was very, very surprised, because I was saying to myself, because I have worked with elderly patients and different things like that, and they have early onset time, Alzheimer's, dementia, and different things like that. So I was wondering to myself, is that what they really lacking? And I know for a fact, that Alzheimer's is a boatload of other things as well. But I'm just saying, just the beginning stages of it kind of makes me wonder if we are taking the B1 supplement as well as ingesting the foods that we need, will, as we age and start um, maybe having, memory difficulties and stuff like that, will this aid and reduce the signs? And I would say yes. I really would say yes, if you are really honing in on that and focusing on that and taking care of that. But if you are having other symptoms, I'm not a doctor, but go see your doctor. But just having that deficiency along with a stroke, I would say, hey, I would have to agree, yes. When we get older, it will help or reduce some of the memory loss. Okay. All right. So this is riboflavin. Riboflavin is considered vitamin. Okay. So vitamin 2 is going to help with the hair and the skin and the nails, ladies, gentlemen. It's going to help. So if you want to know if you're young, older, or whatever, how do I get that vibrant look back? How do I, my skin is looking a little dry and pale. How do I get that vibrance back? It's probably because you are having D2 deficiency. It's going to help with the energy, the skin, the hair, the collagen in the body. It's going to help with that. So one clear sign, which I learned a lot with doing my research and everything. One clear sign that you are more than likely, not always, vitamin 2 deficient if you have anemia. I learned that, guys, when I did my research. I was like, wow, that is something new. If you are anemia deficiency is one sign of B2 deficiency, basically. If you're having thyroid issues, cataract, as well as glaucoma, it is something that you need in your body when it comes to that. So you're going to need the mushrooms, the green leafy vegetables, the strawberries, chocolate, all of that good stuff, tomatoes. And it's one thing. So it's easy to say, guys, that, oh, let me eat a tomato, but are you eating enough? Are you eating the right amount? Because that's the most important thing. And majority of the time, excuse me, we're not. We're not. So that's why it's always good to get a supplement. It's always good to get a supplement, because you're supposed to eat a certain amount of servings of green leafy vegetables every day, a certain amount fruit every day. And let's be honest, guys, we don't always do that. We never do that. I mean, we're moving in a face past lifestyle that we're not very conscious of what we're really eating and how much. And just because you say, oh, I ate mushrooms, but how much servings of mushrooms did you eat? And was it enough to sustain you from having B2 deficiency? And so that's why you should take some type of supplement to kind of aid and guide you just in case that day. Remember, I said these vitamin B complex um, groups is something that you are supposed to be restoring in your body daily. So if you're lacking in eating enough of green leafy vegetables or eating enough fruit or eating enough of, it is very quick to get, a deficiency, because this is something that needs to be restored and replenished every day. Another sign that you may have a B2 deficiency is migraine headaches. So if you're having constant migraine headaches, your lips being chapped, something as simple as chapped lips is a clear sign. And ladies, we're real skeptical about our feet. And so when it comes to our feet, if you are having difficulties with cracked heels or crusty cracked heels, it is a sign of vitamin 2 deficiency. So depression is another sign that you could possibly, not always, be vitamin B2 deficient. So the amount that you would need on a daily basis, if you are breastfeeding, you're going to need 1.6 milligrams. If you are pregnant, you're going to need 1.4 milligrams. And then for male and female, you're going to need from 1.1 to 1.3 milligrams daily of this B2 vitamin. Okay. This particular vitamin is going to break down your protein, fats, and carbohydrates. So if you are a person that eats a lot of bread, or either a lot of protein, this B2 vitamin is going to help break that down. Remember, energy, carbohydrates all goes together. Eat the carbohydrates, but if it's not broken down properly, it's not going to give you the energy that you need daily. So you're going to need that supplement, or make sure that you're eating the right portion of food. Okay, thank you. Okay, so in order to feel the energy that you need for a daily, remember this supplement is daily. If your energy is low, your skin is kind of dry, and you don't have that vibrant look, it may be because you didn't get that daily intake in that day, for that particular day. And so that is very important. So, one day you may feel up and energized, and the next day you may not eat as much. And of course, the less that you're eating, the less nutritional value that is getting in, food or anything is getting in your system. So it's always good to have that supplement that you need on the side. Okay. So we're going to go to our next one. It's going to be B3. B3 is niacin. You may hear it as niacin. So niacin it's going to impact the cholesterol. So as in our group, as African Americans, sometimes we have cholesterol issues. So the cholesterol issues, this particular vitamin B3 is going to help to support that if you're getting the right daily amount. So sometimes if you are a vegan, yes, you can. You can get the B complex vitamin, but sometimes you got to make sure that you look on that label and you're getting the right complex, because it might have B complex vitamin, but it might have 1, 2, 3, and 6, but it may not have all of them. So you have to look at it and make sure that you're getting the correct daily amount in each one. It's all right to get the complex, but make sure you're getting, like I said, it's kind of, you can go back and listen to the video about how many milligrams that you're going to need for each one. But yes, the B complex, if you get the correct one. I'm not, I don't have a one to recommend at this time, but I may link something in the bio that I think that is good and beneficial for you. Okay. So sometimes if you are a vegan, you may not be eating the protein that you need. So you may have to take this particular this B3 vitamin. So when of course, you're not getting that protein that you need if you are vegan. There's nothing wrong with being a vegan, but if you are a vegan, you make sure that you are getting enough B3 because you're not eating any kind of meat products, and you have to make sure that you're eating enough peas and beans to supplement that particular protein or proteins, I should say. So some of the foods that you should be honing in on is going to be eggs, salmon, yeast. Those are some of the foods. And as you can see on the screen, this is other foods that's going to help and aid in vitamin B3. So some of the signs that you can clear, that you may have, but not always either, is you're going to be having, what is it called? If you have to take a lot of antacids, or what is it? If you're having any kind of, I guess, digestive antacid type problems, and when you have to, pop Tums and stuff all the time, that is going to be a clear sign that you are vitamin B3 deficiency. If you have dermatitis, that is a clear sign. Okay. And remember that if you're having any kind of liver disease, it could, not always, be a clear sign that you are vitamin B3 deficient. Okay. If you are having any kind of sleep, if you're under stress or sleep problems, any kind of brain health issues, arthritis, it's going to help and reduce these signs and symptoms if you are taking or eating B3. Okay. It's also going to help with the nails and hair as well. So the amount that you should be taking on a daily basis is going to be 200 milligrams per day of B3. So keep that in mind. If you're getting a supplement that has the whole B3 or the B's complex vitamins, you're going to make sure that it has that as well. Okay. Or if you have low acid in your stomach, that is another sign. High or either low antacid use, that's another sign as well. When you're taking this B3 vitamin, it's going to help repair DNA. Your cells in your body is going to help repair that as well. Any kind of brain health, brain fog is going to help with that as well. Okay. So do you guys have any questions so far about this particular vitamin and how it can help and aid in your health? Okay. Corn and less sugar. You can eat corn. Just make sure you're not doing too much sugar, because I did learn this as well. This is another story time. So this particular B3 vitamin, it helps, and it's supposed to reduce cholesterol. So I learned that a lot of people think that if you eat a lot of greasy foods, it always raises your cholesterol. Well, for me, everybody's different. When I got my blood work done, it's if I eat too much sugar, my cholesterol rises. Yes, you can. You can get the B vitamin supplement and the multivitamin, but make sure you're getting enough. That's the catch 22. Making sure that you're getting enough, and remember that it is a water soluble vitamin, meaning that you can take the daily amount, but you can also take more, and it won't hurt you. Okay, and so when for me, I don't eat any fried foods. I'll put it like this: I very seldomly eat fried foods. But for me, when I go to the doctor, if I indulge in a lot of sugar, it's going to raise my cholesterol. For some people, if they eat a lot of greasy foods, it raises their cholesterol. But for me, I have to be very cautious of the sweet treats that I enjoy eating so it won't raise my cholesterol. Everybody's different, but if you are one of those persons that you have to worry about that, then you might have to kind of slack up on your sugar intake. And so that's why I said sugar is one of those things that will affect the cholesterol. Okay. So your cholesterol level is good and bad cholesterol. So, keep in mind of that as well. But the overall thing is just kind of stay balanced and just kind of make sure that you're eating the proper foods as well as taking the proper supplements if needed. Okay. All right. So we're going to go to the next one. The next one, B vitamin, is going to be B5. B5. So a lot of people haven't heard of B3, B5, B1. When I did my research, I was very surprised how it is broken down and how it affects your body in different ways. But this is, like I said, these particular B vitamins or B supplement or B complex, it helps with the body function, overall function. And so we have to make sure that we're getting the proper amount into our bodies. And so B5 also helps with energy and hormones, okay, and the brain. So if you are a woman or a man or whatever, this is going to help balance out the hormones. And as you can see, some of the foods that is in one area is good for the other area. So you can eat salmon when it comes to B3. You could eat salmon and seafood when it comes to B5. Just keep in mind that you make sure you're eating enough. So if you are a meat eater or a protein, whatever kind of protein, keep in mind, you ball your fist up and you keep in mind that is the amount of meat or protein that you should get on a daily basis, the size of your fist. That's it. So the size of your fist is a measurement of how much protein that you should be eating on a daily basis, or food amount, I should say, within reason, a little bit more depending on the person. But that's kind of like a guide of, am I eating enough of this or am I eating enough of that or am I overeating? But like I said, the protein is based on maybe a little bit more. But if you're long as you're getting that amount into your body, you should be okay, unless you are a vegan and you don't eat a lot of meat products. That means you're going to have to be very cautious and leery of your protein, your all your beans and different things like that. Pinto beans, black beans, lent beans, and all of those. That's going to get you there far as your protein. All right. So B5, energy, hormones, brain health. Water soluble, you can take the limit amount is 300 to 500 milligrams per dosage, but you can take more. because it is a water soluble vitamin. This is going to help with the energy metabolism. Okay. It's going to help aid in the fat and protein in the body. Okay. So remember we was talking about with the B3, you was talking about cholesterol. So cholesterol is the mother hormones to all sex hormones. Let me say that again. Cholesterol, a healthy level of cholesterol is is for the sex hormones. If it's at a normal level, that means your sex hormones are at a normal level. Okay, so cholesterol is the mother hormone to all sex hormones. So a normal level of progesterone and testosterone, that's how you know you're at a balance. So when when your cholesterol is off, the sexual hormones are off. So you got to make sure that cholesterol is good as well. So we talk about dopamine. I know in this society, everybody's on that dopamine kick when it comes to social media, how many likes and all that stuff. But when you're taking B5, it's going to help level out your dopamine. But too much dopamine is not healthy. So when you're on social media looking for that next kick or that next high or next like, then you got to be careful because your hormones are probably off. You probably have a lot of brain fog going on. So be very leery of that. It is not healthy to have high dose. Much is not healthy. Too much cholesterol is unhealthy for your cholesterol as well as your sexual hormones. Okay. It's going to also, so here we are going into the fall season. So when you're talking about B5, it's going to help with what is it? Immune system. It's going to help boost the immune system and keep it healthy. You know, you have all of your flus, Rono, COVID, and all of this other stuff that we are going into that season, may get exposed to. Just make sure that you are taking or ingesting or eating enough B5. Okay. Also, if you are have any wounds, cuts, or anything like that, B5 is going to help you heal quickly. So if your kids are outside, they're doing a lot of movement and different things like that, and they get a cut, you might want to keep an eye on that particular cut. And it is also topical. You can use vitamin B5 as a topical cream, and that particular cream is going to help that particular wound heal faster. Okay, it's going to help that wound heal faster. Also, if you are young and you're having premature gray hair, that is a clear sign of B5 deficiency. B5 deficiency, mood swings, brain fog, B5 deficiency. The type of foods that you should be eating is going to be beef, chicken, avocado, eggs, sweet potatoes, as well as your fish, your grains, mushrooms, and things like that. Okay. So do you guys have any questions about B5 supplement? If not, we're going to move on to the herbs. We may have a lot of people out here that may not be into taking a supplement every day. They really don't want to even be bothered with that. They'd rather not. But for my herb lovers, tea lovers, you can use different herbs that is going to replace the supplements. So herbs high in vitamin B is going to be catnip, burdock root, um, ashwagandha, and holly basil. So for my ladies that are going through menopause, premenopause, ashwagandha is going to be a very good herb that's going to help with energy as well as keep the hormones balanced. If you don't want to think about these supplements, you don't want to have to worry about it, you can mix up a tea and you can drink it, or you can sprinkle these herbs on your food or put them in your food, and you can ingest them as well. And so when it comes to the holly basil, it's going to help with energy production as well as nerve functions. Okay. And then the catnip is going to help in different B areas. It's going to be helped with B1, B2, B3, 6, and 12. Burdock root, 1, 2, 3, 5. And it also is packed with A and C, the burdock root is. And so these are just some herbs that you can maybe consider instead of the daily supplements. But I would, advise you to get a daily supplement of vitamin B complex as well as multiple vitamins, because we're not eating like we're supposed to, and we also need these different B complex. These B complex. So don't think that, oh, I took my B complex yesterday, I'm good today. Remember, the B complex family or complex period, it has to be restored every day. And so that is very important. So you want to kind of be really mindful and hone in on that. So if you're having any kind of hair, skin, brain fogs, energy, and all of that stuff, the reduction in those particular areas, just know that you probably didn't eat enough. If your energy level is generally at a high, and today you're in a slump, just kind of remember, be mindful what you ate or what you didn't eat that day, and just kind of go on and try to get you a supplement. Get you a supplement to substitute whatever it is that you did not replenish your body from. So, guys, you guys have, I got another glitch. Do you guys have any questions about the B complex vitamins? I know it was a lot of information. Do you guys have any questions? Okay. So if you don't have any questions, I'm so glad you guys tuned in and tapped in. And as you notice, I do have a sale going on with my herbs, and you can kind of reach out to me for a health consultation, or you can just go into my bio and you can make a purchase of the herbal teas. So, guys, I want to kind of thank you guys for tuning in and tapping in. I know this was a lot of information, but if you think of anything, guys, and you want to kind of put a comment and or have a question, I am open for questions and comments. Just put a question inside of the chat, and I will answer that question. So I thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more health and wellness tips. And this is your girl, Dominique. And thank you, Wellness Warriors. And bye for now.